phrase over and over and over again in the numerous challenges that we have had to face as a nation. Hurricane Maria affected us all over Dominica. In every community around Dominica, we felt the effects. In every family, we felt the effects of Hurricane Maria. And that showed us that when rain falls, it falls on all our housetops. When the wind blows, it blows away all our roofs. So that is why the One Dominica, One Nation theme that we emphasize this year is so very important. Again, we saw as one people how we fought the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. And we were all forced, brothers and sisters, into lockdown. We couldn't be here celebrating Market Day for Difference for 2 years. Every single person, no matter who you were in Dominica, a lawyer or a farmer, a teacher or a doctor, a business person, even our churches and our offices, our schools were locked down. Every single one of us, no matter where we came from in Dominica, was affected by COVID, brothers and sisters. We could not have overcome all of those challenges that we had to face if we were not united as one people. And we cannot prosper and move on if we do not embrace that vision, that theme for this year's independence. This one vision, brothers and sisters, have been clearly articulated by our Honorable Prime Minister as he articulated the vision of achieving $700 million in our agriculture by 2030. Agriculture must contribute $700 million to our gross domestic product by 2030. And I know we can achieve that vision. I see it even in the market as I walk around in the market here today, brothers and sisters, and every other Saturday. I see this manifestation in our farms, our agricultural holdings, our farmers. I see it on the ports because I'm from Portsmouth, and I see the boats loading every week going to the various countries with our fresh produce. I see that vision in our many agro products. If you were at T Village Creole or you visited T Village Creole, this was in fact a very wonderful event. And I want to thank the Prime Minister and the government of Dominica for putting on T Village Creole. Everybody said that that was a great event, and we have to continue to do that. So we have what it takes. We have the capacity and we have the capability to do what we have to do to continue to grow the agricultural industry, brothers and sisters. We have everything here. We don't have to import anything. We have everything. We have cassava, which we can use to make cereals and to make bread. We have honey that we can use instead of the imported sugar, because sugar is causing the CNCDs to rise, brothers and sisters. We have breadfruit and we have yam that we can use instead of white flour bread. All our fresh fruits, our vegetables that can be grown all year round. We can grow fresh fruits and vegetables. Our sweet potatoes, our white potatoes, our dashing, our fig, our plantain. That is what we have to eat to remain healthy. And we have all of that at our Roseau markets and all over Dominica, brothers and sisters. I want to ensure you that we can grow everything that we need to be healthy, to live wholesome lives. We can even grow our herbs and spices for medicine, brothers and sisters, our herbal teas and our various drinks to heal us when we are sick. This war in Russia and Ukraine have caused a spike in prices, even in the price of fuel, brothers and sisters. And that in turn have resulted in an increase in our shipping. That is why some goods on the shelf have increased, brothers and sisters. But we can depend on what we have here in Dominica. We can eat more of what we grow. And what is even more amazing is we can grow all of that food right here in Dominica. If we plan smart and we cultivate strategically, we can not only ensure food security, but we can generate foreign exchange, larger shesh for our farmers, brothers and sisters. We can do it. We can create more jobs in agriculture and in agro-processing. We saw it at TV Lash Grill. All the pepper sauce and all of the various other condiments that we use our local raw materials to produce. We can do it, and we can create wealth for ourselves. And government is doing its part. Government is addressing all the critical issues to make agriculture and agro-business a success in Dominica, brothers and sisters. We are addressing the infrastructure, the technology, and the capital. You heard the Prime Minister say in countless times how much money we have at the aid bank for agriculture and for farmers. Go to the bank and get the money and invest in your development in agriculture, brothers and sisters. So we have the resources to utilize it to make agriculture more efficient, more sustainable, more profitable for you who have invested in it, brothers and sisters. Our intention of the 2030 vision is to focus heavily on agriculture. You heard it in the budget. And this is the challenge we have for food security. We must grow everything that we eat, everything, buy everything in the market that we need, brothers and sisters. Agriculture is a business, it's not a pastime, it's not a hobby. Maybe our parents and our grandparents did it for a hobby, for a pastime, but we, and maybe for their livelihood, but we have to look at agriculture as a business. That is how we must do it, brothers and sisters. Which take place, agriculture takes place in two places. On the farm, yes, for production, but sales in the market. And our marketplace is not only Dominica, but our marketplace is also our regional marketplace. We can feed Antigua, Montserrat, Guadeloupe, St. Martin, and all of the islands that are our neighbors, because they cannot produce food like us. That is our market, brothers and sisters. We have to look at the entire Caribbean as our market. So let our farmers go to the farms and produce, and our weavers in Dominica will come to the market. Our hucksters will take it across the ocean and they will sell it in our markets. And we're doing that. The government is investing in putting cold storage reefer containers in the marketplace so that we can take the produce and it can compete, because we have bigger countries like Dominican Republic and Suriname competing for our market share. So we have to make sure that what we send on the market has quality, and we have to practice that quality from even here in the market. Here in Dominica, give quality to our consumers. Give quality to our customers at the market. Give quality to our supermarkets, so that quality will become a part of us, so that when we export, we will also export high quality produce. Nobody else in the OECS can touch Dominica when it comes to food production. Let us take advantage of all of the resources that we have, so we can maximize our takings on the local, on the regional, and on the international market. May God bless you for all of the efforts that you continue to put into your would-be farmers. May God bless you, the vendors who come day in, day out, sun or rain, to vend here and other places in Dominica. May God bless our hucksters. May God bless all of the people who continue to hold Dominica's agricultural industry up high. God bless you. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Trade, for your inspiring remarks and encouragement to our farmers, our vendors. We will now have a musical interlude with Pius on the pan. Thank you, Pius. Sweet pan music, part of our culture. For our feature address, let us welcome Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica and Minister of Finance.
Thank you. Morning, everybody. Morning. Let me, first of all, recognize Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Reginald Ostry, our Senior Minister, Honorable Ian Douglas, our Minister for Trade, Father Nigel Karam, Monsignor John Wyss, Ms. Hannah Clarendon, Chairperson of DEXIA, and other board members, Ms. Paula Plasco, the General Manager of DEXIA. I see members of the Diplomatic Corps, our friend from the Embassy of Venezuela, the First Secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, friends all, good morning. And what a wonderful time to be alive in the Commonwealth, in the nature island of Dominica, as we continue to celebrate and observe our 44th anniversary of our independence. This week, Dominicans from all walks of life have come together, united in their love for country, and to celebrate all the unique aspects of our culture, which are the very essence of our identity as Dominican people. To those of you visiting, I welcome you home to share this festive occasion with us, as you're reminded of what it means to be truly Dominican. I am certain you will agree with me that Dominica stands tall in the preservation and practice of our rich and vibrant traditions and art forms. We can boast our culture and heritage so rich, so authentic, and so distinctive. I also want to welcome the thousands of visitors to our country, non-Dominicans, who are here in solidarity and in celebration with us on this 44th anniversary of independence. Market Day for Difference presents another opportunity for us to strengthen our appreciation for all things local, all things Dominican. It reinforces our call to our citizens to support local businesses and help drive growth in the economy through the purchase and consumption of indigenous goods and services. Over the past 3 years, in particular, we have seen rapid growth in the establishment of micro and small enterprises in areas such as agro-processing, agriculture, and food and beverage. We have also become more aware of how the success of small businesses has a direct correlation to the health of the economy. Small businesses provide jobs, create economic activity within communities, and encourage innovation among the youth and women in particular. This innovation and spirit of enterprise is once again on display here as dozens of vendors showcase their produce, the literal fruits of their labor. This is all the result of hard work and a determination to play an active part in building better lives and contributing to the growth of the local economy. Our farmers, in particular, are at the forefront of our plans to sidestep the many challenges facing the global economy and build more resilient food systems to feed not only our local populations, but those in neighboring islands and further afield. As we note the impact of the war in Ukraine, coupled with the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, which have led to high cost of goods and services, the issue of food security becomes more and more a pressing concern. We believe that access to quality, nutritious food is a fundamental human right. Additionally, strong food and agricultural systems can lead to economic growth, job creation, and poverty reduction, especially in rural communities, where in many cases, entire families depend on the output from the farms to sustain their livelihoods. Our goal as a government is to increase our food production so as to improve our security within the global community and enhance the security of our people. Importantly, by fostering a culture of eating what we grow, we can improve health outcomes for our population, which is all too familiar with the impact of chronic non-communicable diseases in our country. Therefore, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, while we may not be able to produce enough food to feed the world's entire population during these precarious times, we are determined to strengthen capacity and boost production to ensure consistent, reliable access to safe, nutritious food right here in Dominica. In the process of increasing food production for the local market, we will increase trade by selling produce to as many countries as we can. I know many of you have expressed concern about accessing new markets for your produce, and I assure you, this is at the top of my government's priority list. As announced in the 2022 budget, we're entering partnerships with the governments of several of our neighbors to establish trade depots for the storage and sale of Dominican produce. We're also investing heavily in Dexia with a cash injection of $5 million so that the company can, in turn, purchase and make good on payments to local farmers for dashing, tanya, yams, plantains, and other produce from your holdings. An additional $3.7 million is now available to strengthen at least 5 new farmer-producer organizations to improve output so that the market is consistently served with fresh produce. We have also set aside funds to the tune of $1 million to provide qualifying farmers with greenhouses, netting, irrigation systems, and other equipment to ensure fruit and vegetable production year-round. We are continuing our propagation systems to provide farmers with seedlings at subsidized cost and have established a fund of $1 million to support large banana farmers. These measures are important to motivate farmers like yourselves to keep food production consistent and, in the longer term, reduce our food import bill. I encourage you to inquire about these measures that are in place to assist you to increase your production capacity. I must also mention that to complement these investments in agriculture, the government of Dominica is also supporting the creation of new agri-businesses with monies placed at the Aid Bank for on-lending and funds allocated for agro-processing enterprises in the recent budget. Because of these measures, we are seeing more and more of our youth taking the risk and choosing entrepreneurship, especially in agricultural related fields. And we have some $27 million at the Aid Bank for these enterprises. These initiatives, my dear friends, are in line with the overarching vision of the government of Dominica to empower our citizens with access to opportunity in all areas of endeavor. We're making strategic investments in growth sectors, including agriculture, health, business and enterprise, tourism and infrastructure. We're working towards the transformation of Dominica through policies and programs designed to give every citizen a fair shot at improved fortunes and the creation of generational wealth. You, our farmers and vendors, are certainly accounted for in our vision to create a better, more prosperous Dominica. I take this opportunity to thank you for your hard work and for the important role you play in feeding our nation and keeping our people healthy. Your contribution to national development is much more valuable than we sometimes give you credit for. I think sometimes we take our vendors and farmers as consumers for granted in Dominica. They are our hard workers. They are in fact our patriots. They are the ones who are sustaining our country, Dominica, the farmers of Dominica. Where would we be, my dear friends, without our farmers and vendors, our fisher folk, those who go out very early in the morning and come back late at night, rain or sun, to ensure that we have food on our tables. And so I want to thank the farmers. And when I speak about farming, I don't speak of farming from a theoretical standpoint. I am a farmer myself, a very diversified farmer, from having rabbits to having chicken, limes, grapefruits, oranges, plantains, yams, you name it, I grow it and I plant it. And this is my commitment. This is why I believe farming, agriculture must continue to have the #1 priority for this country. But for farmers to make more money, it's important that we, the Dominican consumers, consume what we grow in Dominica. Consume what we grow in Dominica, and we will see a continued transformation and more wealth for our farmers in Dominica. And so I say to our vendors, you are highly appreciated by myself as Prime Minister of this country and the entire nation. I say to our farmers, you are highly appreciated. And to our fisher folk, you are highly appreciated. You are truly our unsung heroes in our country. And I want you to be here this morning to interact with you and to share this message with you, that this government, and no doubt this Prime Minister, has the back of our farmers in Dominica, has the back of our fisher folk, and will continue to fetch the money by the grace of God to continue to provide for you so that you can grow more food and supply us in Dominica and export and bring in the foreign exchange into our country that is so greatly needed to boost economic activity. I salute you, my dear vendors. I salute you, my dear farmers, my dear fisher folk. May God richly bless you and bless the bounty of your hands. Happy Independence to you. Let us celebrate in peace, in unity. One Dominica, one people, one vision, and one God that we serve, the Almighty Father. Thank you. God bless you.
The address from Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett at Market Day for Difference. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We are live at the Roseau Market to bring you Journée La
Thank you
Place
very much,
DP1.
Honorable Prime Minister. And we thank the Prime Minister and the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica for seeing the need to invest in Dexia to assist in the agricultural sector in Dominica. We now have a cultural performance from the Patriotic Dancers, a young group, and so we welcome them for their presentation.
So coming on stage now, the Patriotic Dancers from the community of Paybush, very vibrant cultural community, I must say. And the music is on now. From my vantage point, I'm not sure if you can see Julian. But
I need to make a correction. This past students of the Pierre Charles Secondary School who have formed this group called the Patriotic Dancers.
Okay.
They started dancing in the school and they have gone on to continue with the traditions and
very
culture.
good, very good. It's always good to see young people keeping up the culture. We'll take a lot of the music, lovely music, but let me just give you a quick idea as to how they are dressed. The ladies are dressed in shape with purple and pink, the predominant colors.
Yeah.
The men, of course, in their black trousers, a sash around the waist. Very lovely.
And I need to make note, Ivona, that one of the persons dancing with them is the teacher of the group, who is Miss Beverly Pham, the daughter of Chubby Mack, who is teaching arts in the Granby community for a very long time now.
Okay, so 6 dancers on stage, and we take the music and the dance for the patriotic dancers.
So of course that was the patriotic dancers, and then a dance there for us, Wrong the Flirtation doing for us there. So they're waiting for the music for them to leave the stage. So they have just paused for a bit. And these are, as we said, past students of the Pierre Secondary School, still keeping culture alive in that village, in that area.
Truly a lovely sight as they make their way out of stage. Young people really helping sustain our cultural traditions, and this is lovely to see the young ladies, the young men really taking pride and embracing our culture. This speaks volumes about us as Dominicans and how we appreciate what we have, Julian.
Avec nous tout dit c'est au beau bagaille la jeune gens car je crois yo a coûté nous
Our
car je
culture
crois
is alive
qui
in the
était
young person.
flamme
And
culte
let us give them
vivant.
a round of applause.
A round of applause for sure, and the crowd really
We thank the
appreciating this.
patriotic dancers.
Quite a few people here, a lot
We'll
of
now
people I can
call
see.
on Mrs. Francis,
Looking at the proceedings.
Acting Rosa Market Superintendent, and the Honorable Minister of Trade to present the certificates to our deserving persons at this year's Market Day with a Difference.
So it's time now for the presentation of certificates. Brenda Francis is making her way up front, and also the Minister of Responsibility for Tourism. Not tourism, trade. Ian Douglas. Time for another significant part of this event here at the Old Market. And very lovely Madras drapings
What
for
a
the
wonderful morning
decorations.
today, isn't
Very
it?
lovely.
Are you enjoying yourselves?
Let's go to the podium to hear
Okay, so
Mrs.
Market
Brenda
Day for
Francis.
Difference is all about our farmers, our butchers, our shopkeepers, our vendors. That day is for you, and we want to show appreciation and honor you this morning with a small token. This morning, our farmers category, we have a first place prize going out to Mrs. Philomene Packets, and her prize was sponsored by J. Astafans and Company Limited and Agri Sales Limited. So Mrs. Philomene Packets received the first place prize for the best farmer or most outstanding farmer for 2021-2022. Make her feel welcome, make her feel special.
Philomene Packet receiving her certificates. A round of applause.
We have a second place prize for most outstanding farmer, and that prize is awarded to Miss Myrtle Mason, and it is sponsored by J. Astafan and Company Limited.
Myrtle Mason.
Mrs. Myrtle Mason, second place prize, best or most outstanding farmer, sponsored by J. Astafan and Company Limited.
So she has been adjudged as second place winner. It's really heartwarming to see women at the forefront where agriculture is concerned, really doing what they have to do. So that's good.
In the butchers category, the first place prize, most outstanding butcher for 2021-2022 goes to Mr. Samuel Packet, and his prize was sponsored by Fresh Market.
Yes,
So
and
the first
well,
place
obviously
prize
it must be
to
the men
most
now to take the
outstanding
stage
butcher
as the
goes
most
to Mr.
outstanding,
Samuel Packet, sponsored
most
by
outstanding
Fresh Market.
butcher,
Most outstanding butcher,
Samuel
Packet.
Packets. And this prize has been sponsored by Fresh Market.
And it's always good, of course, to recognize
Okay,
people who have
second
done
place
a lot.
prize for
Well,
most
it's not
outstanding
present with
butcher
us, but,
goes to Dr. John
Or you may be
Toussaint,
busy.
Yes,
and
still.
his prize was
selling
sponsored
his-
by
his-
Dominica Lotteries Commission.
So second place goes to Dr. John
Yes,
Toussaint,
Dr. John
who
Toussaint.
is actually
Okay,
a
our
former
butchers are
Minister of
busy
Agriculture.
selling their
Oh,
meat,
yes.
so we'll proceed.
Very much involved
First place
in that
prize
sector.
for the shops goes to Miss Abiola Roland, and her prize was sponsored by the National Cooperative Credit Union, NCCU. Miss
Abiola
Roland,
Roland.
first place prize, shopkeeper.
Shopkeeper, first place. Making
Yes.
her way up front to receive her certificates from
And the
the
prize.
Minister for responsible for Trade, Ian Douglas, and
Our
Abiola
second place prize
has just
goes
received.
to Claudette John, and that is for the outstanding shopkeeper. Second place
So our
prize,
second place
Claudette John,
prize goes
also
to
sponsored by
Claudette John.
NCCU.
And the prize is being sponsored by NCCU, and she's going to receive a prize from the Honorable Minister as the second place prize of Best Shop.
Lovely.
In our mobile vendors category, our first place prize goes to Mr. Emmanuel Pierre, otherwise known as Manu, and his prize is sponsored by Jungle Bay and Agri Sales and Services Limited.
So Manu
First
now
place prize,
to
most
receive.
outstanding mobile vendor, Emmanuel Pierre.
So that is
Sponsored by
Emmanuel
Jungle Bay
Pierre Mano,
Agri-Sales. And our second
Best
place
Mobile
prize is
Vendor.
awarded to Mr. Stephen Charles, and his prize is also sponsored by Jungle Bay and Agri-Sales and Services.
So I would imagine he is at work.
Yes, it seems that they're
We
still at
have
work.
some special
Like the butcher,
awards.
I'm sure that probably he's
The
busy right
best
now.
dress vendor for this morning's activity, and our judges had to pass around and select that person. And we have a winner. Her name is Miss Catherine Thomas. Miss Catherine Thomas, you are our best dressed vendor this morning, and your prize is sponsored by the Dominica Social Security, DBS.
Very good award.
And we must say
Catherine
she's really
Thomas, best
beautifully dressed
yes.
in a
Dressed
madras,
vendor.
a
Prize
variation
sponsored
of,
by the
of
Dominica
the
Social
national
Security.
dress with petticoats with lots of
This year we
how you
have
call
added
it,
a
lace
few
onto it,
new
on it.
categories,
Very
and we
beautiful
have a
indeed.
category called the traditional food vendor. We know that we're supposed to eat healthy so that we can live long, and our traditional food vendor goes to Easy Side Bakery. Her prize is sponsored by Aid Bank. Easy Side Bakery, our cassava people from the Kalinago territory.
So very innovative one there, traditional food vendor. I think that's the first time that
Yeah.
We
an
also
award
have a
is presented
category
in this
for the
category.
vendor most fluent in Creole or Patois, and also our judges had to pass around to find out who that vendor was, and we have a winner. Her name is Miss Stephanie Marius. Miss Stephanie Marius, most fluent in Creole. Her prize
Avec
is
ça, c'est au
sponsored by
puits
the
qui
Fortium
est différent
Hotel.
c'est les autres puits. Hein.
Yes.
C'est au
Okay.
puits, moun là qui s'appelle créole primaire.
We have a category,
Parce
a
que
motivational
nous savons,
category
il y a la moun qui
to
capte créole là.
encourage our
Comme ça,
vendors,
nous avons
butchers,
pris pour moun
shopkeepers
là
to
qui
do their
capable
best, and
mais
that award goes out to
créole
Mr.
là,
Richard
Maris.
Bellot, who is a butcher, and his prize is sponsored by Do It Center. So Mr. Richard Bellot got the motivational prize, which is sponsored by Do It Center.
Motivational prize to Mr. Richard Ballard. So interesting prizes.
We this
morning.
year have
Very
added a
much so.
category for the most outstanding foreign national vendor, and we are aware that we have a huge Haitian community at the market, so we wanted them to feel a part of our Market Day for Difference, make them feel welcome and special. So most outstanding foreign national vendor goes to Miss Darlene Morency. Miss Darlene Morency, and your prize is sponsored by the Body Bliss Spa and Flow. She will receive a cell phone
Was
and she
in
will
your
receive a
pre-
special gift package
Oh.
from the Body Bliss Spa.
Mon-
So our most
c'est pas
outstanding
Dominique
foreign
Davana,
national vendor, our
Dominique.
Haitian friend.
Foreign national vendor and
Oui.
Haitian is receiving this.
And to close it
Madame
off, we
Prizes
have a
this year.
very, very special award, which goes out to the longest serving vendor who has since retired. We wanted to show our appreciation this year for over 40 years of dedicated service. That vendor has been at the Roseau market, rain or shine. And this morning, we want to present to you Miss Letina Grote. Miss Letina Grote has been at the market for more than 40 years. She is our longest serving vendor. She has since
Comme ça, il y a
retired,
oui vendeurs
but
qui
we want to show
a travaillé à la place là pour
appreciation.
plus
And
que
her
40
prize
années.
is
Et
sponsored
qu'avant,
by the J. Asafan
Letina,
and Company Limited,
avec
Body
Witweb,
Bliss
la place là actuellement, mais il était là
and
pour
she'll
40
also
années.
receive a
Ça
plaque.
travaille la pluie
So
soleil.
make Miss
Eh ben,
Letina Grote feel
Premier
special
ministère
this
qui
morning.
a honoré aujourd'hui.
Tina
Okay,
Grossen,
we
very
have our
familiar
butcher
name,
has
obviously.
come to receive his
Should have
prize,
seen so many
Mr.
people at the
Samuel
market.
Packet. First place prize butcher,
Samuel Packet is coming
most
now.
outstanding. We can rely on this gentleman.
Dressed as what, a butcher?
Oui.
But
Il
he
a
looks
habillé tout.
resplendent in this
Oui.
white.
Il a habillé tout bon.
So let's give a round of
boucher.
applause. Make them feel happy, make them feel special. Most of all, patronize, eat well to live healthy and live long. Thank you.
All right, so the awards were just given, presentation ceremony, and it's always good to recognize people for their efforts. And I'm really impressed by the innovative ideas coming from Dexia.
Thank you, Mrs.
and the Roseau
Francis,
Market
and
Authority.
congratulations to all
Avec
the
après
New
awardees.
categories presented.
We
Après
have
den
a
année,
few tokens
yo
that we would
te le
like to
fait
give
plus
out.
grand avec yo te
And our
ka mette
first token
l'autre bagay à
goes
pour faire
the Minister
pour
of
faire moun
Trade,
virer, pour faire moun
Honorable Ian
live
Douglas,
gagner ça qui
and
ça
we'll
nous
be
ça nous ka
presenting him
produit
today
ici à
with a
Dominique.
basket
So a
of
token now
only
being presented to the Minister
locally
for
produced
Trade.
agro-manufactured goods. And so we're encouraging from the front, and we're asking our Honorable Minister to buy Dominica, eat well, live long, support Dominica. So Mrs. Matthew will
appreciation
present
there.
to the Honorable Minister.
Comme ça, il a présenté un cadeau par le ministère avec yo les manger
Our
bien pour
Honorable
vivre long.
Prime Minister, you are a farmer, and we only give back what we know persons appreciate. And so we have 2 trees for you, 2 seedlings for you. And so Mr. Pascal and Mrs. Matthew will present you with 2 seedling trees. Honorable Prime Minister.
The seedling trees presented to Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, of course. During his remarks here, during his address, he noted that, and he's a farmer, of course, he always makes mention of that. But he went on to say of the different crops, you know, that he grows as a farmer.
Comme ça, qu'on plate, yo les continuer qu'on plate, même si c'est premier
So, Honorable
ministère,
Prime
il
Minister,
nous
in the
tout
next
travail
couple of
ça.
years, we
Comme
expect
ça, il va
fruits from
présenter
those trees.
avec des plans pour ça pour tuer fruits. Avec comme Madame Latique a dit, il va espérer qu'il peut pour tuer fruits dans une année
Honorable Prime Minister.
moins.
We have very fertile soil. So
We also have a token of appreciation for the Power Rep of Roseau. And so, again, it's a basket of only locally produced goods in Dominica.
presentation to the Power Rep, who is not present, but Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, of course, is receiving for Melissa Popon Skerrit. A lovely basket with local.
Senior Minister,
Local
we know you're a
produce.
farmer too, and we've not forgotten you. And so again, we have 2 fruit trees for you, so that you can plant, you can cultivate, and we can enjoy some fresh fruits soon from your garden.
Fruit trees to the Senior Minister Reginald Austri, who spoke here on behalf of Melissa Popon Skerrit, so he's receiving his 2 fruit trees. Lovely presentations here. I like the idea.
Avec ça, yo ka dit ces normes là. Travail terre pour yo ça récolter pour ça ni manger, toujours ni baray pour faire nous vivre plus long.
We'll now call on
Manger ça
Mr.
nous
Lloyd
pratique.
Pascal, Head of Export Promotion and Development Department, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Plasko, and good morning again to everybody present here today. Yeah, I'm taller than Ms. Plasko, you know, so, yeah. All right, praise the Lord this morning for everything that is happening here. We want to thank most of all everyone present, all of the vendors and farmers. We'd like to thank all of you for coming out to this very important ceremony this morning. We want to recognize again our Prime Minister, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit. We thank you, sir, for gracing us with your presence this morning. Thank you for taking the time off to be part of this very important event. As we recognize that we have said over and over how important the farming public is, how important the vendors and the butchers and all of these people are to what we do here at the Roseau Market. On behalf of Dexia and the Roseau Market Authority, I wish to express heartfelt thanks to everyone who contributed in one way or the other in the hosting of today's market day with a difference. The theme for this year's Independence celebrations, One Dominica, One People, one vision is quite evident today as farmers and vendors continue to portray commitment to building a resilient nation. A special thank you to you, the Honorable Prime Minister, for your presence with us today and for delivering the feature address. We have taken note of the many areas that you have mentioned and look forward to collaborating with the relevant government departments to uplift the farming sector. We are happy to have the representative for the parliamentary representative for Roseau, Mr. Reginald Ostry, Honorable Reginald Ostry. We're very happy that you were able to be here with us today. And we thank you for gracing us with your presence as this activity is being held in the Roseau constituency. We thank you for representing Mrs. Melissa Skerritt, the Honorable Melissa Skerritt, for this special occasion this morning. Honorable Ian Douglas, Minister for Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, Business, and Export Development. We are indeed very pleased that you have accepted our invitation to be present with us and for delivering remarks today. We have taken note of the many critical areas which you have outlined for future development of the Roseau market. We also note your passion that you have for the local stuff that is produced in Dominica. I've heard you over and over speak to that, and I really want to recognize you for this, the passion that you have towards the locally produced items in Dominica. And there's so many of them. And like you said, we saw them at the TV Lodge, we saw them at the Creole in the streets, and we're seeing all of that happening here today. And we thank you for your representation for this. To the other members of Cabinet, parliamentarians, members of the Diplomatic Corps, dignitaries, and other special invited guests, a special thank you for gracing us with your presence and for your contribution towards Market Day with a Difference. Father Nigel Karam, Dean of the Roseau Cathedral, thank you for leading us in prayer today. We are indeed blessed by your prayers and invocation, and we wish you God's continued guidance and blessings. To the many hardworking farmers who, despite the challenges experienced in the agricultural sector, especially following the devastation caused by Tropical Storm Erica and Hurricane Maria, you still continue to provide this great service of producing quality agricultural products to feed our nation. Thank you very much for your dedication, determination, and perseverance. We implore you to continue with your commitment to building a resilient nation through your service. Thank you so much to all the farmers. Come on, you can put your hands together for all the farmers and vendors and all of the shopkeepers, all of the persons who are working so hard in the agricultural sector. To all our many vendors who continue to provide this great service of supplying quality produce to our many consumers, we say a big thank you to you for your continued determination and perseverance. You continue to display a sense of responsibility for feeding our nation. You create the ambience for the absolute shopping pleasure here at the Roseau Market. Without you, we would not be here today for this activity. We also have a large number of Haitian nationals who are vendors. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for your continued perseverance and commitment. A number of corporate citizens have over the years begun or been providing support in cash and kind, thus ensuring the success of the annual Market Day with a Difference in Roseau. Let me take the opportunity to acknowledge the contribution of a few corporate sponsors who have sponsored or supported the market despite the economic challenges. First of all, we want to thank the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica. We want to thank the National Bank of Dominica. We want to thank the National Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Aid Bank Dominica, Aid Bank. We want to also thank J. Astafan and Company Limited, the Wasco, Domlec, Flow Dominica, Fine Foods Incorporated, Do It Center, and also the Fresh Market, Archipelago Trading, NDFD Limited, Dominica Lotteries Commission, Deepex Scholar Lab, Luxurious Luz Incorporated, Fort Young Hotel, Dominica Social Security, Agri Sales and Services, Oyo Construction, Jungle Bay Dominica, Vince Modern Electricals, Body Bliss Spa. Let's put our hands together for all of these corporate sponsors who have taken time out to provide support to this event here today. We are also very grateful for your contribution and support from the other sources that I mentioned. To the awardees, and we trust that you will appreciate our token of appreciation and see this as an opportunity for you to improve on your product offering, thereby exceeding your customers' expectations. To our many valued consumers, you continue to make this thing happen. You continue to shop and patronize the Roseau Market. As you are aware, there are a number of services being offered here. We therefore invite all Dominicans and visitors alike to visit the market and to patronize the wide variety of goods and services which are available right here in our local markets. You are the very reason we continue to operate in the Roseau Market, and we look forward to your continued support throughout the years to come. To our performers, Mr. John Baptist on the steel pan, the patriotic dancers, Pidit Savan Cultural Group. Oh, well, I don't think they're here today, right? But we want to thank the patriotic dancers and also Mr. John Baptist for your presence here. You did a very wonderful job. I'd like to put your hands together for them. I always admire the young people when they take part in these activities, and that tells me that our culture is going to be alive and well, and that it will go places even after we have lost the elderly folk. We have a young group of people who can continue to do things and represent our country well. We appreciate that you continue to portray love for our tradition, our music, and our culture. We also want to thank the members of the press who are here this morning in various media houses. Thank you for your presence and for sharing this activity with our many listeners island-wide, our viewers, and our readers. So we have the various media people. Thank you very much for being here today. We do appreciate you turning out to be part of this event. To the members of the Independence Committee, the Roseau Market Improvement Committee, the Board of Directors, your presence here today signifies your interest in the Roseau Market. We anticipate your continued support and advice. This activity could not have been possible without the effort of our hard-working staff, led by the acting Roseau Market Superintendent. Every year, you contribute significantly to planning and staging this activity. Thank you for your support and cooperation and ensuring that this activity was staged successfully. I'd like to put your hands together for the Roseau Market staff. We sometimes take these people for granted, but they do a lot of work here at the Roseau Market, and we want to really appreciate their efforts today. To all our many visitors and friends, do continue to enjoy the ambience and the many different sights and sounds of the Roseau Market. We trust that you will spend some time interacting with vendors and traders and patronizing the shops as well. Do continue to enjoy the rest of the day's activities, keeping in mind this year's theme, One Dominica, One People, One Vision. May God continue to bless Dominica, and happy 44th anniversary of independence to all of you. Thank you very much.
So we continue to bring you this ceremony live. The official segment.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pascal. And before we go on the extended tour of the Roseau Market, we have the patriotic dancers going to do another cultural performance for us. So let us make them feel welcome.
The patriotic dancers going to Warwas on stage again as they make their second appearance at the Market Day for Difference. Let me just say a big thank you as well to the Dominican National Lottery and AC Shillingford and Company Limited for ensuring that this broadcast goes ahead. So we thank the sponsors as we get ready for the patriotic dancers.
Moi ka we Abiola comme ça il ka sam ka le ballon Tibele.
Tibele, that's my
Avec
name.
ça bon ABC Saint Coultier Dominique comme ça yo ka le ballon ça yo connaître pour avec comment yo connaître pour faire Belea.
Bele and Granby are synonymous. Matutu, Orion, you think of people like that, Adi.
Toi when
Yes.
Belé nous go
The young
habiter
ones are
déjà.
continuing to keep this up, and this augurs well for our
Vraiment.
cultural development, of upholding the traditional aspect of our culture. I'm not seeing them as yet, but I'm sure very soon they will come
Well,
on
from my
stage.
vantage point, I can see them.
Okay,
Yes,
alright.
they're dressed in some white petticoats, the ladies, and some green with
be a proud moment for them.
green and yellow thing. Okay, and their heads are tied with the lovely madras, and they have some white blouses. So we are waiting. It seems they are getting the miking system in place before they come on stage to wow us with some ballet performance.
Yes, the patriotic dancers and the market, that area where we are for this official ceremony has been transformed, but you don't need much decorations when you have the madras. So madras and palm trees go well, so you don't need much decorations. And
Yes.
the Roseau Market Authority and Dexia sort of need to do, like less is more. So you have the madras and you have the palm trees, and that's enough. So you don't need too much.
Yes.
It's really
And-
lovely.
I went to market to buy some pepper. And
So we go over to the patriotic dancers for ballet.
And you and I roll and shake, and I roll and shake, and I ring ting, and I ring ting ting, bow. I went to market to buy some pepper. Auntie Anna, me and you, Auntie Anna, me and you, and I roll and shake, and I roll and shake, and I ring ting, and I ring ting ting, bow. I went to market to buy some pepper. Auntie Anna, me and you, Auntie Anna, me and you, and I roll and shake, and I roll and shake, and I ring ting, and I ring ting ting, bow. And I ring ting, and I ring ting ting, bow. Mazoe, dewo, dewo, dewo. Mazoe, dewo, ba mwela ya kaima tumwe ule komwe. Mazoe, dewo, dewo, dewo. Mazoe, dewo, ba mwela ya kaima tumwe ule komwe. Tabuye mwe ule kalaba mwe, tabuye mwe ule lauye ba mwe, tabuye mwe ule kalaba mwe, ba mwe le ya kai mwe pu mwe ule komwe. Mazoe, dewo, dewo, dewo. Mazoe, dewo, ba mwe le ya kai mwe pu mwe ule komwe. Jour ouvert c'est pour profiter, midi sonné c'est pour déjeuner, soleil couché c'est pour moi souper, bah moi là y'a qu'à moi pour moi ou les pas moi. Jour ouvert c'est pour nous chanter, midi sonné c'est pour nous danser, soleil couché c'est pour nous rouler, bah moi là y'a qu'à moi pour moi rouler comme moi. Mazoé, dewo, dewo, dewo. Mazoé, dewo, bah moi là y'a qu'à moi pour moi rouler comme moi. Mazoé, dewo, dewo, dewo. Mazoé, dewo, bah moi là y'a qu'à moi pour moi rouler comme moi. Mazoé, dewo, dewo, Ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Belle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Yampe nous caoti, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Belle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Kako nous caoule, ça c'est quand elle nous parle. Ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Belle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Kako nous caoti, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Belle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Volant nous cacher, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle. Ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Elle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Elle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Elle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Yampe nous ka manger, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Yampe nous caoti, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Belle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Patois nous cabaler, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Belle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, quand elle nous parle, maman qui te bat nous. Tuyette nous capoter, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Elle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Fawin nous camager, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Elle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Mango nous camager, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. Belle nous caresse, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est quand elle nous parle, ça c'est sa maman qui te bat nous. I went to market to buy some paper, Auntie Anna, me and you, Auntie Anna, roll and shake, and I roll and shake, and I ring ting, and I ring ting ting, boom. I went to market to buy some paper, Auntie Anna, me and you, Auntie Anna, me and you, and I roll and shake, and I roll and shake, and I ring ting, and I ring ting ting, boom. I went to market to buy some paper, Auntie Anna, me and you, Auntie Anna, me and you, and I roll and shake, and I roll and shake, and I ring ting, and I ring ting ting, boom.
Lovely
I went to
performance.
market to buy some pepper, Auntie Anna, me and you, and I roll and shake, and I roll and shake, and I ring ting, and I ring ting ting, boom.
Sawali La Place Poache, Ivona.
Auntie Anna, me and you.
Very
Auntie
interesting
Anna,
performance
me and you,
there
and I
by
roll and
the
shake,
patriotic
and I
dancers.
roll and shake, and I
Lovely
ring
performance,
ting,
Jude, and I really
ring
love
ting,
the
boom.
attire, the colors, the forest green in particular, you know, with the whites.
So
Very,
thank you,
very beautiful
patriotic
combination.
dancers.
I
I'm
must say,
certainly sure
very
that
energetic
some of
group,
us,
young
the
people.
older folks, remember I went to market to buy some
the
pepper.
ring games,
And
the
for those of
traditional
us
game.
who went to St. Martin's School, I think we know the dance very well. So
And it's
we
good
are
that
going
that
to
children
do
can pass on
the
these things
extended
which
tour
have
of the
been in
market.
existence for a very long
Whilst
time.
we're doing the extended tour of the
the
market,
schools.
the Piditsavan Cultural Group will be performing here, and Sakis is also on the Roseau Market compound.
So the extended tour of
Okay,
the Roseau
so we are
Market will be
going
done
to do
shortly,
the
Julian, but I would
extended
really
tour
like
of
to
the
speak
Roseau
to a few of the
Market now.
vendors.
So thank you
Yes,
everyone
most
for
So we
coming.
will bypass the extended tour just to hear from the people, to hear from the vendors themselves, the farmers. des Wivandaises.
Oui, ou bon de temps radio, ça you ka fait. Comment you ka fait ba ka marcher, comment ba ka fait avec you. Avec le Premier ministère, avec les autres ministères qui ont quitté actuellement pour y aller voir ça moni à la place là. Ils ont aller voir tout comment il a marché, comment c'est Wivandaises là ni ba yo ka produire ça yo mucho monde ça yo ni comment yo yo ka vendre aujourd'hui.
Okay, so yes, the officials are making their way out. We're going to capture as much as we can because I really want to speak to the vendors because these are the people that we really want to hear from. We have so many items on display and it would be remiss of us not to capture some of this.
And
so let's see which stall we can go to. Julian,
yes,
as our cameraman follows us. I see the stalls dripped in madras and whites. As we try to make our way, Market Day for Difference in Dominica. One of the big activities on the calendar of events for independence as we observe our 44th anniversary of independence, trying to squeeze our way to the vendors. Let's see if we can talk to one or two of them. Julian, I think we'll have to go to the other side.
Yes, I think we'll have to pass on the other side to meet someone.
I'm trying to squeeze it myself. Where I am now. Okay, so I'm squeezing myself as I try to make my way to the vendors. A lot of onlookers, a lot of people dressed in madras as well. Okay, so Julian, you're following me, right? We have to capture a lot of this. Our cameraman is here. Trying to get this as well.
We can see some.
Trying to make our way to the vendors and speak to them and speak to the buyers as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Julian, where do we begin? Let me go by my good friend, Big Six, and my good friend, his wife. Bonjour, bonjour, la place. I did not abandon you. I did not abandon you. It's in the heart. How are you doing?
Very much, man.
VIP. I see you here again, as is customary.
I represent him.
Tell us what you have on display on your stall today.
Well, we have herbal products, we have punches, peanut punch, we have sorrel punch, and we have coconut punch when it comes to alcoholic drinks. And they are all inculcated with flaxseed and pumpkin seed. Nobody don't making punch with flaxseed and pumpkin seed.
When you say we, what are you talking about?
That's me and my wife.
Yes, but you have to tell people because people are listening to you.
That's me.
So promote your business. What is the name of your business?
We have 6 natural products. So we produce in herbs, we produce in drinks, we have all kind of drinks. We have sorrel drinks, we have strong back drinks with pumpkin seed, oats and everything. Yeah, well, you should try one. Will enhance the memory and the capacity of doing what you have to do. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I need one right now.
For memory, rosemary oil for memory, you have snake oil, we have hemp oil, which is ganja oil, for pain and all that sort of stuff.
Something like a one-stop shop when it comes to...
Everything there, man, to come and to do your thing for the independence.
We are capturing this on our camera as we make our way around the market and see how many vendors we can speak to. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. We'll talk again. Julian.
And, well, we have some clothes vendors as well. We have vendors selling clothes in the market. And we have right here one of the vendors. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
So tell us, how is it going so far for you in the market? How do you find the sale going with the different items that you have and what items that you have available?
What you say?
Ok, moi qui parle créole, primaire pour parler créole avec vous. Parce que vous êtes un haïtien, vous êtes un haïtien avec nous. Quoi ça, vous dit nous ça, vous avez vendre ça, avec comment vous avez marché aujourd'hui à la place là?
Moi qui vendre close, rad. Aujourd'hui, bagay pas trop normal.
Ça, ni les autres jours, bagay plus easy. Ok. Mais on est toute qualité hard pour nommer avec femme ici.
Yes. Moi ni rad pour femme ni pour nom.
Avec souliers, tout le bail. Merci pour parler avec nous. Avec ça qui nous encore?
Claudette.
Claudette. So Claudette, c'est une Wivandaises là, d'Haïti qui a van là, avec qui a van had, toute qualité had, femme had nom. avec nous ka ouais ici nous ni manger, nous ni toute qualité manger ici nous ni figue avec l'amour oui, nous ni qui ça encore? Nous ni boudin ça, nous ni sauce, nous ni tout pareil ici avec
Then you're in the food section. Is
Oui.
there a reason for this?
ou passe à travailler ici ou pas ni.
To the lady behind all of this.
Oui,
She has been
passe à
doing this
faire
for
rien.
a number of years, so we have to speak to her. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing good, thank you. Moi last moi cook all night, every vanilla, moi tired.
All right, tell us who you are and tell us about your business.
Well, I'm Liz Elise. I've been doing this business for the past, couple of years now, very many years. So I'm in the market every Saturday selling local products, selling whole food sauce, pig food sauce, vegetable pudding, fig and codfish, sauce, all sorts of things. As you can see, we sell fishing, smoke meat. Today I have crab callaloo, mocha van, tooth bagay.
Normally, I know you'd have been on the outside. Is this your new location now?
No, we normally sell over there, but because of the special occasion today, we are here.
How is business though?
It's good, thank God, it's good. It's good. It could be better, you know it is. Every time you go to the supermarket, things are rising and people don't want us to raise our food in the market, but it's okay, thank God.
Okay, well, all the best to you, my dear. Bonne journée, la place et puis on dit péwas.
Comme ça, ils vont aussi moun panita bouille manger quand
Oh,
ils ont
yes.
fêté aujourd'hui, ils
Oh,
sont
yes.
venus à la place
Oh,
là
yes.
avec venir ici dans la place là même avec eux toute qualité manger ici pour
Okay, Julian,
ça
I'm going to
manger.
another section at the market because where we are is the inside, right next to where the ceremony was being held, but I'm going to another section. So the buzz is here, the excitement is here, and it's nice to see vendors dressed in their madras, representing our traditional culture. So as we make our way around, Julian, there is so much that we have to capture.
Yes.
I think the cameraman will just zoom in anywhere because it's really lovely what is happening here.
And it's lovely to see that the market is bustling with activities, bustling with persons going about doing their shopping, getting everything
definitely
that they need, and we have all types
That's
of
the
food.
definition of a market, Julian. It has to be buzzing with
Yes.
activities.
And I mean, we have lots of food items, lots of things happening here in the market.
So whilst we speak, some Jinping music in the background. Lovely music from Pirit Savan. Pirit Savan, very vibrant community where culture is concerned, and they continue to do that. So Julian, I really enjoy what is happening here at the market. Let's see how far we can go as we continue to show you and let you capture the sights and songs of the Roseau markets.
And one of the persons who won the award is the store we are coming next to, which is the store of the cassava people. Very innovative cassava delicacies. It's called Easy Side Delicacies. And one of the persons we see, some of the persons we see here buying from the cassava people, we see Mr. Augustus Etienne, the Deputy Director for the Social Security. So good morning, Mr. Etienne. How is it going this morning for you in the market?
Good morning, Mr. Benjamin. Good morning, listeners of DBS Radio, and happy independence to everyone. Very interesting, very excited place this morning.
So, are you seeing most of the things that you want and you came to look for, and how do you find the market this morning?
The market really looks in a festive mood. I normally do my market in Maho, but because I had to attend the function this morning, I'm here. Because I'm just getting some foreign for me to make foreign and avocado pears tomorrow.
So you're into the Creole cuisine. So you'll be getting the fig and lamoui for later as well. Avec ou ça dit nous ça créole tout parce que ou c'est un homme qui s'appelle créole, hein?
Je vous souhaite tout le monde bonne journée avec bonne année fête indépendance Dominique. Merci.
Eh bien, c'était un plaisir de parler avec vous aujourd'hui.
Julian, best we taking the music of this Lapo Cabot.
And this is one of my favorites, huh? And this is, of course, Ivona the Sakis Lapo Cabwitz.
as we celebrate our 44th anniversary of independence. Excitement at the Roseau market. John, I see you taking your foot, Papa.
And what is independence without our traditional music of the Lapo Capoeira, of our Jingping bands? What is it without those things? And we see all types of people here today, Ivona, which is that everybody meets here at the Roseau market to do their shopping. And we see lots of, I mean, you just need to get to the market today to do your shopping. Et tout cas, tes produits ici, aujourd'hui, nous avons dachine, figue, plantain, saison, toutes quatre saisons ouvrées. Il y a grapefruit, Christophine, il y a concombre, tout pareil ouvré. Ou ça tape, toutes quatre fruits avec moun que les yampe yo ça tape ici aussi. Avec nous allons parler pour Yonce Rivades là qui est ici, un homme. Pour que nous te parler par femme Ivona. Actuellement nous te parler par un homme. Bonjour monsieur.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Ça va fait comment va marcher aujourd'hui?
Ouais, pas en débat là, il y a deux